Oh. Alright, so it's been more than 1 year since I've renovated and transformed my home from this to this. And to be honest, it's been really nice and comforting to know that there's a beautiful and warm and cozy home to come home to, especially after many weeks of traveling. It's just been really nice. But there are still a couple of things that really annoy me, like using the leather to hang dry the bed sheet, trying to freaking find my house key, a humongous giant water dispenser, ugly white patches on my wall. And today, we're gonna try and fix most of them. So the number one thing on my list is my old school door lock. Now my thinking prior and during the renovation is that I want a home that feels very zen and try to stay away from, technology and stuff like that. So I wasn't really into that smart home thing, but oh my god, every time I head home while I'm carrying my backpacks and whatnot, I've always dig for my wallet and then after that try to find my key. It was really getting on my nerves, and hence finally I got myself a smart door lock. Guys, I finally got my first digital smart door lock, and this one is from Luxus Digital, which is a homegrown brand from Singapore which manufactures in Korea, and this is probably the slimmest digital door lock out there. It is looking really slick and I'm absolutely loving the design. This model is the Atlas one. My door is damn troublesome. It can only accept a few really slim door locks, and this one fits perfectly. So this Atlas digital door lock has all the functions that I need in a digital door lock. I mean, it has fingerprint access, number passcode, keycard access, as well as an app to access a lot of other functions, but to me the most important one would be the fingerprint access. There's no lever or knob for you to press or push. It is really just 100% fast free, and this door lock is powered by a lithium powered battery, and it can last up to about like 1.5 years, which is crazy long. And lastly, the Atlas door lock is relatively affordable at $690 right now for the amount of features that it has and also its aesthetics. And the only thing you need to take note is that if you're living with seniors like myself, I'm living with my dad and also my helper, they are unable to use the fingerprint scanner because for older folks or seniors, their fingerprints are a lot more faded. So a scanner is unable to scan their fingerprints, which is a bummer, but I think it doesn't just apply to this lock, it applies to most other locks. So there's just one thing to take note, and yeah, they would have to use the passcode or the keycard scanner. But all in all, this digital door lock is a lifesaver. Okay, the next annoying thing is our humongous water dispenser. Now don't get me wrong, this water dispenser from Hotway that we had for the past year has been doing what it needs to do, dispense clean water, hot and cold water functions, and it's really again super value for money for under $500. But on the back of our heads, we still had two main issues. Number one, it's huge, and number two, it is not very hygienic, especially during a time like the pandemic. So now it's time to finally upgrade to one of the best, if not the best, water dispensers you can find in Singapore. The Livingcare Jewel Series water dispenser. Let's go! Look at the size difference. Massive difference. This Livingcare Jewel Series water dispenser is so small. I'm absolutely loving the design. It's bloody slick. It is able to dispense 7 instant water temperatures, which is a huge step up from the previous water dispenser. For cold water, it would be 7 to 17 degrees, and for warm water, it would be 40 to 90 degrees. So with an instant tap, I'm able to access warm water, or if not, I can go for the hot water at 90 degrees, which is hot enough to cook your Maggi mee or have your kopi in the morning. And And another thing that I really love about this water dispenser is that it is able to go into idle mode when not in use, so it really has saved me on the electrical bills. And the water filters, you can have the option of having alkaline water, it is antioxidant, and there's also an auto cleansing function for the filters, so it helps to prolong the lifespan of the filters itself. So really amazing features, but I would say there are still two cons to this machine. Number one, it is really expensive. It comes in at a premium price of 2.5k Singapore dollars, so it is definitely pricey, but they do have a trade-in option to trade in your older water dispenser, so that's a good thing. And number two, it dispenses water slightly slower than the previous water dispenser, because this is a tankless and motorless water dispenser, so it will take a bit of time, but it doesn't really bother me that much because I can just leave my cup here and let the water dispense while I do other things, so it's still not really a problem. All in all, this is definitely a keeper for many years. I'm definitely not going to change it for a good long time. The next annoying thing would be the white patches appearing on my dark colored painted wall. So the white patches started to appear after 1 month of moving into my newly renovated home. I think apparently this happens to HDB units or maybe older HDB units when there's a bit of humidity in certain areas. I'm not very sure, but my ID said that no, she has to repaint the entire wall with this extra layer of oil sealant to prevent the white patches from appearing, but it is kind of a bit too late. I just had to live with it and embrace it like wabi-sabi, beauty in imperfection. But I have my workroom repainted, and you know, yeah, there's still a little bit of white patches appearing, but just not as bad as the one in my bedroom. So do take note if you're intending to paint your wall color like this one. White patches might appear, and tell ID to paint it with oil sealant. So the next annoying thing that we have is our manual laundry bamboo system. So I'll be frank with you guys, I personally do not do the laundry because we have a helper, but I could see how tedious and cumbersome it could be, especially when she has to hang dry big items like the bed sheets and whatnot. She has to use the ladder, so it's really very tedious, and hence we got ourselves an automated laundry system with Steigen. So we got ourselves the Solar Ultra model. Easily the most useful feature for us would be the ability to use the remote control to lower and raise the entire rack. And other than that, there's also another feature called the solar drying with this system. So it's able to blow out hot air to dry our clothes, and you know, on a rainy day it could take about like a day or even longer than that to dry the clothes, but with this function it's able to dry the clothes within about like 3 to 4 hours, which is a huge time saver. And the other cool thing that I need to show you guys, other than this small hose that we have on the rack to hang your clothes, there's this inbuilt clips to hang small items like cloths. All you need to do is to slide it in to the clips, and oh my god, voila! No need for hangers, just slide things like, you know, socks, and it is so freaking convenient. Oh, we should have more of this. This is so useful. And also one more thing, that you can actually pull this extended pole out like that. You can hang big items like your bed sheets and whatnot. Super useful. So I would say the only con for this system is that you still have to manually hang your clothes, whereas compared to a dryer, you can just toss everything inside and let it dry. So pros and cons to it, but this one will allow you to save space. You can have everything in the ceiling, and you definitely save electricity as well. So pros and cons to each system, but this is what works for us. So thank you, Steigen, for sending this over. Alright, just to share with you guys a lobang, Steigen is now having a promotion. You can get $80 off. It's like about like 20 plates of chicken rice. If you apply the promo code Shawn80 to any of their systems that you can get from the Steigen website. So head over to the description link to find out more, and back to the video. Last annoying thing is not having 2 levels of LED light for this kitchen pantry area. I did not realize about this until the end of the renovation. I was like, oh crap, it doesn't have 2 levels. I don't know, it's probably myself or my ID's mistake for not putting a second level of LED light. It's quite dark on the bottom area, so But anyways, nothing can be done. It's a very small, annoying thing. If I want to, I could just buy my own LED light and just install it at the bottom. Okay, so I guess most of the issues have already been solved already, so I am good and happy. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Luxus Digital for the lock, Livingcare for the water dispenser, and Steigen for the automated laundry system. They have definitely made my life a lot easier and more convenient, so huge love to you guys. And if you want to check their stuff out, you can head over to the description links. If you have further questions, leave it in the comment section and I will do my best to answer them. So that's all from us for today. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.